Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who loves to throw antagonists at least 30 feet away from her when she's fighting them so that they can recoup and find a way to fight back when she probably just could have held them and smushed them. It's Zanandi Boetes.
Just give me a second. Let me wait and see what's inside this very dark and funny smelling door
Yeah.
that someone is leading me into. I mean, girl, like that was like the moment where I was like, yeah, you should have died for doing this. You should have died
Yeah.
for being this gullible. Like,
I kind of want a
turning
movie
your
about
back
that.
completely. Oh, it's okay. I've got a gun in my hand. It's fine. But you're completely turned. Like, there's no way you're going to shoot someone facing the other way while the gun is like, I mean,
I do love an over that happens twice too, because they take their eyes off of good old Pilo Aspak, and he ducks out of
Mm,
there from the top story. I mean,
yeah.
justifiably they just had to smush the head of one of their comrades. But yeah, when she gets tricked into there, I almost listen, Nazis are terrible, and especially Nazis who want to do 1,000-year Reich, but he got her.
I mean, he did. And he
Like,
like I think he looked so scared that she
told
was like,
you.
"No, I got this
Yeah.
sucker." And then he was like, "Yeah, you don't know what's behind this door. Door number 1."
Oh man, yeah, that scene. And then yeah, I
Uh,
was like, she's great. And then, she flamethrows some people, and that looks amazing. And, like
yes.
Chloe's great, but yeah, she got,
She got lucky there. She got
yeah,
real lucky
very
there.
lucky.
That
And
was her that was the worst move. Yeah.
the reason I bring up the throwing thing is when I watch movies, so I just had to watch all the Terminator movies. And then I also had to watch all the Underworld movies. And then watching this movie, whenever there's a super powered, like robot or werewolf, vampire, mutated Nazi, they always grab their weaker foes and then throw them 30 feet. And
Mm.
and then the people have like a chance to oh, I'm gonna get this steel pipe, or I'm gonna get this shotgun. It's like, guys, stop throwing them, just squish them.
Squish
Listen,
him.
if you're a T-800, you could squish somebody. Like, you could take
That's
their
right.
head, and you could I mean, that'd be like a human squishing a handful of Jello. Like, it's not even like
Exactly.
a watermelon. It's like a handful of Jello. Like, don't throw them 30 feet. So yeah, but I love it. In every single movie, whenever there's a powerful hero, they always just throw somebody, and I kind of love
I
that
feel
about these movies.
I feel yeah, I mean the energy expenditure is just like crazy. Like you're not thinking this through. But I guess maybe like with strong comes dumb. I don't know. Like something in the brain stops working. Like why throw when you can just pop? Pop that head like a zit.
That's why I like Homelander. He'll throw you, but a mile in the air
Yeah.
from the voice. He doesn't play. Like Omni Man will do that too. So it's just, yeah,
Or
don't
he'll just
toss.
literally punch a hole through your face.
Exactly.
Like
Yes, a
because
little
that's always the thing, isn't it? We're always talking about these characters that are so super strong that they can like crush concrete with their knuckles, but then they punch someone and somehow there's not a hole through their face. Like,
the ribs aren't completely Jello after
yeah.
that punch. Am I hungry today? I'm talking a lot about Jello. Maybe I just watched
Jello,
all the gushy effects
Jello, some
in this
custard. I mean,
incredible 2018 movie. This movie gets better. I've watched this 4 times now, and I've liked it more each time. The first time I had to get used to the kind of characters, because they're at first I kind of thought they were one note, but then I realized one has one viewpoint, the other one has another viewpoint, and those viewpoints clash, and then they meet in the middle and compromise. I'm like, that's good storytelling. So I think I just love it more because I can sit back and enjoy it. Like, I've always loved it, but now I love it even more so because I feel like this is a movie, Zanandi, that everyone wants, but then no one goes and watches. Like, we need more moderately budgeted genre films. And then a moderately budgeted genre film comes out that's really good, and then no one watches it.
yeah. I mean, it got good ratings and
Yeah.
everything, like it did, but yeah, it still kind of feels like it's underrated somehow. Like, and maybe, yeah, not a lot of people talk about it, maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's interesting because like with the character stuff, I mean, it's true. It's very like, archetypes and everything. And I've like seen a lot of people say, yeah, the characters are like underdeveloped and everything. But for me, like even the first time I watched it, I instantly loved this movie. But I think because the actors, they kind of won me over immediately with
Mm-hmm.
the way they performed these archetype characters. So I'm like, yeah, I could see a whole person here. It kind of worked for me. But yeah, I mean, like I get that, and that was one of the biggest criticisms people gave the movie, really. is that part. And then sure, not everyone likes gore, and we've got a lot of gore here. It's a gory movie. I mean, at the end of it, I was kind of like, whoa, give me a minute, you know? Because I didn't expect that. Because this movie, you go in and it's like a war movie, and then halfway through, whoa, monster movie. I mean, it's so great. But yeah, it kind of catches you off guard. And I think that's why a lot of us love it so much, because it did kind of, you know, like swept the rug from right under us and went places. I mean, also just how you open a movie with that incredible paratrooper scene that is one of the best action openers ever. And you're like, okay, where are they going to go from here? But it just keeps going and keeps building, and the pacing is amazing. There's always something happening. There's never like a lull. Like, it just, the tension, even if it's like a quieter scene, the quiet scene is the SS officer like trying to, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, we're Chloe. I mean, like, it's so tense. It's still so tense. Like, it just keeps going, and it keeps on upping the stakes, and people's heads get blown off, and it's just, yeah. What a movie.
And it's a good
I
lesson for
enjoy it.
filmmakers to like learn how to stretch $38 million, because this movie, I don't think it was trying to be anything less or anything more. I think Julius Avery understood the assignment, and they didn't get a lot of A-listers. Like, I'm pissed that Bokeem Woodbine dies, because he's awesome. I love that guy.
I
I mean,
mean, listen, yes, exactly. We need
he's
more Bokeem. That
he's the
is my
best.
biggest crit of the movie. Yeah.
It's just, someone giving him like, you know, he was in Fargo and he was incredible in it. So I know it's TV, but he
Oh,
should get a late
love,
Oscar for that performance, because
love.
he's great in it. But,
Yes,
you know,
he's so
Jovan
good.
Adepo and Wyatt Russell, and you know, I love John Majaro, who was like super sensitive in past lives, but in this, he's Uber bro, Uber New York bro. Yeah, I like him a lot in that. Like Ian DeCastecker as Private Morton. Like, when he gets killed, I liked him. You know, there's just some good actors in this, and like what Dominic Applewhite is, what Rosenfeld. Like, I like his arc. He just starts wiping people out, and like there's no weaklings in this bunch. I know there's a guy who doesn't want to kill rats, but when it comes down to it, they're all pretty good at their jobs. They get the job done. They compromise. They start working together, and at the end, they all kind of have an arc. Like, I think Rosenfeld becomes, you know, more confident. I think what Private First Tibbet becomes less of a jerk. Ford, he just, I don't know, appreciates humanity. And then there's a Adepo, who I don't think you want to kill anyone at first, but then he's like, well, you kind of have to. And that's not like, he goes from being passive to active, and like, even though they're stock one note characters, they still have some development, which I think is
Absolutely,
important.
because yeah, and I mean, they obviously, like you say, like, you know, they're all kind of like the different sides of this question of, okay, so what does it mean to be a bad guy, and what does it mean to be a good guy? And I mean, like, my favorite moments that just sums it all up is when Ford is like, we need to go, but they just took Chloe's brother, and like, Jovan is like, no, 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 like, the boys is like, no, 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 like, we need to get the brother, and he's like, no, we need to go get the tower, we need to like blow the tower up, we need to, this is happening, D-Day is happening. And he Ford loses it, and he yells at boys like, that's an order, and boys is just like, no. I love that. It's like that, no. The
Yeah.
same that Caesar does in Planet of the Apes, no. Like, you can't say no to, that's just an order. And I think that sums up the movie and what it was going for, you know. It's
I
like,
mean,
when do you just follow orders, or when is it just like, what is your prerogative anyway here? Like, it's a war. You can't really argue that you're doing this to save other people when you just let those people die. Like, then your whole argument falls flat, you know? So like, all those little things, and the characters, like, I think the characters represent ideas more than anything else. But it works because it's still fun. And I mean, like, a lot, I also saw some people like, you know, who didn't like it, but they were, and just like, not critics, just audience members, like, oh, just another movie like where America, yeah, good guys. I'm like, well, it's not really what this movie is saying, but also this is one of your better moments, America, where you actually
yeah.
tried to help take down the Nazis. That was a good a good side of history to be on.
Yeah, this
Like,
isn't
what do
Charles
you guys
Bronson.
want?
Yeah, isn't Charles Bronson murdering ambiguous middle people from the Middle East? You know, like this isn't America. F
Yeah,
yeah,
or
like
just
this isn't.
Marvel
Yeah,
slapping you over it, or like over the head with it constantly. It's not that.
yeah, it's not America. No, this happened. People,
This actually
the
happened.
101st, there was a D-Day invasion, and the 101st were dropped on the ground to disrupt the German forces so that there could be a mass landing to battle the Nazis. I mean, this
I
is you're right.
mean,
This should be one of those situations.
again,
Yeah. I mean,
right
unless I
side
guess
of
you're
history
maybe
there.
they're Nazis who are saying this. I don't know, but it
Maybe.
like this is one of the things you really can't listen. War's never great. America didn't even want to get in the war for the longest time. They fought it,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
so listen, I get it, but this is one of those situations where I mean, you can be anti-war, but it's also like I get it. So
Absolutely.
ay,
Yeah. No, I
ay.
mean, yeah, like, I mean, war is terrible, like it, but yeah, I feel like that's not the angle you should go to when criticizing this movie.
Yeah, that's an odd one. And I just love I think movie, what's nice too is I love well, I guess what's nice is movies like Predator, where it's just a bunch of dudes who are super jacked and like they play with like machismo a lot, but then they get the absolute shit kicked out of them by a yautja, which is quite unselfish. But like, there's no in like there's like Carl Weathers lies a little bit, but they get over it, then they fight. Like I like that in this movie. There's no like in Descent there's an infidelity plot line. In other movies like there's
Yeah.
this that and the other. This one's just, hey, we landed here, we're gonna go here, we discovered this, we are going to now blow that up and put ourselves at risk. It's an ABCDE story. And I like that. Like, I like how straightforward it is. And it's kind of
Exactly.
I think the one thing that maybe hurt it is that it's just a well-made, good movie. It's it's not like there's nothing like the creature design is gorgeous, but I don't think anybody is going to be. It's not like the Yautja, which is you can't even compare it to that. But I think the problem is it's just a good movie, and there when
Yeah.
you walk out of it, there's no action set pieces that are incredible. There's no like hyper cool characters. There's no. It's just good. So it's kind of hard to
It's
get
just
out of the
good.
theater and be like, oh my gosh, Mad Max Fury Road changed my life. You're just Overlord's good. I feel like whenever you watch, you go,
Yeah.
this movie's really good. And I think maybe that has stopped people from because it has great reviews. IMDb is good, Rotten Tomatoes is good, Metacritic's good, Letterboxd is good, but I think it's all just good. And so I
Yeah.
think that's kept it from I guess capturing more attention. If that does that make sense? Like it's just a good,
Yeah.
straightforward film.
And I mean, yeah, and I think that's fair because listen, this is no like, yeah, the Oscar like type of movie or even just it's one of those where you're either gonna love it and you're gonna like, rewatching it like every now and then again, or you might actually just forget about it and then someone say Overlord, and you're like, oh yeah, I really like that movie, but you also kind of forgot about it. I think it's maybe one of those
Yeah.
things, where you're either going to be like, yeah, one or the other, or yeah, I never saw it. But I mean, yeah, I like movies like this. It's the same reason why I was a fan of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like, I like okay, let's take something that really happened, but then do the what if with it, and change some things up. What if this? What if that? And I mean, this one just like took it to a like bonkers what if level. But it worked. I mean, and it was still like, I remember the first time watching it, it actually got to me because when I was in high school for my history essay in matric, we had to choose a topic on World War II, like anything on World War II, and I did the Holocaust. So, and I read a lot about those experiments and stuff. So when I watched the movie, it actually kind of got to me when like Boyce walks out and joins them after like blowing up the church, and he just sits there and you can just see like his face is like, what just happened? What did I just see? And like, yeah, people having to see those things and experience those things, like it's heavy, it's crazy. But yeah, the movie managed to like be like, yeah, this is like bad. We can all agree that this is horrifying and terrifying. But then now, let's go kill the bastards, basically.
And the villains don't have to be three-dimensional in this movie. Like, I think
No,
everyone understood the assignment.
no,
These are
yes,
Nazis who are working at a secret base. They're not in much of a hurry, even though the invasion's coming, which is interesting. But they're not in much of a hurry, but they're doing tests on the French populace if they don't like sleep with them or reward them with things. They're doing horrifying things to people. Like, I don't need them to be three-dimensional. Like, I don't.
no.
There's no need for
There's no
the head.
need
Yeah.
to sympathize with them at all. It's again like, I mean, they're basically injecting them with the serum to make some kind of super soldier. In World War II, they were injecting people with all kinds of stuff to see how they can keep their soldiers from bleeding out, how, to congeal their blood faster. They were injecting them with all kinds of terrible stuff. Chloroform, I don't know what else. Like, I mean, so yeah, it's like, that whole thing. Like, yeah, we don't need to sympathize at all or try to understand these, because I like it that, I mean, what they did with this movie was basically just, these guys are fanatic occultists, like they absolutely believe in, that kind of thing, which yeah is enough, because that is also rooted in freaking reality. Like, people have all kinds of fundamental ideas about things that make them do terrible things, so that's fine. Like, show me the monster, show me like and how do we defeat the monster. And yeah, I like that Ford had to, I mean, it was said from the beginning, Bokeem Sergeant said it in the plane, like, they want us to like go down on their level, and sometimes you have to, and blah blah. And then Ford does that at the end. He injects himself so that he can take these guys out. Like, I mean, I love it. Like, there's enough for it to work, even if it's this bizarre. And I mean, that's cool, and not always easy to come up with such a bizarre like story and still make it work. Still, even if it's so whack and crazy, it still works. It still works.
It still works. And you have Nazis and then you have the SS, but then you have Nazi SS occultists. So
Exactly.
these are the bad of the
Exactly.
bad. This isn't just someone who was recruited to, like, this wasn't someone who was someone who was brought into the army because they were recruited into, I can't think of the word, drafted into it. Like, all the men of a certain age had to go fight. Then you have the actual Nazis and the SS. Like, yeah, these are the worst. These people are terrible. And it's and yeah, I think, man, this movie's just so straight. And you know what I like too? The gunfights in this movie, they're not over, like, what word am I thinking of? They're quite brutal. Like, they show when you walk up to someone 10 feet away and you shoot a machine gun at them,
Oh
that's what just happens. And
yes.
so it's quite
Yes.
close quartered. And they had to do that for budgetary reasons. But once again, a good director, and this guy directed The Pope's Exorcist, so he's a very good director because he just let Russell Crowe be
That's right.
Russell Crowe in that movie. Julius Avery,
Yes.
well, I will forever be indebted to him because he realized that Russell Crowe looked great on a moped and he just let
I
him have
mean, that's genius level, if you ask me.
it.
Genius level.
and
Seriously, I have mad respect for Julius Avery for the things that he's giving us through cinema.
and it's just, he understood it, right? The special effects look good. The actors are good. I think they went out of their way to get good actors like John Majaro and Adepo. Like, that guy was great in Babylon. Like, he was in Fences. And you have Wyatt Russell who looks every bit. I hate all the comparisons, but he looks every bit like his dad. He's a badass in this
He
movie,
really does.
and I believe
I
that
love
he's a
him in this
badass in this
movie.
movie. He was interesting
Yes.
too. Good, like, when there's a good conversation, when they were yelling at each other, like, oh, they took the brother. We have a mission. They both have a point. Like, Wyatt Russell has seen combat before. He is not some guy that 3 months ago was in Louisiana and got pulled into this, and now he's at war. This is a guy who has seen it. He's seen people die, and he is about the mission because he wants to save other troops, which is fair. But then he also has maybe lost his humanity about saving the brother of, they helped him, and they should go
Yeah.
down there and stop
The
that.
people on the actual ground. Yeah.
And it's like, but it's a good argument because they both make sense, but then they both come to a compromise. It's like, that's a good dialogue scene because they both have a point. You can both see where they're coming from, and then the right decision is made. And that's another reason probably why this movie didn't do too well, is because there's very rational decisions, except for her being tricked by that German. Jeez Louise. But it's still I don't know. I like that scene. I like where they both came from, and that's a good dialogue. Like, good dialogue scenes are when people both have a point and they're going at each other. So it's I guess the one thing that got me though is when Ford is beating a living daylights out of the horrible Nazi commander, and he's like, we're not them, and it's like, yeah, but this guy's terrible. Like, this is that's the
Yeah,
one scene I didn't like. I was like, hey man, like, they're torturing the populace and we need to get
I like
information
that
about them.
scene though, because I mean that it does just open the question. Like Pilo himself actually said he feels like that is the most controversial scene in the film, but a good one to have because it really does like ask, okay, well, like do you really need to go on that level and like torture people? Do you need to use that kind of, it's again the violence on violence thing. And that is just a question of war in general. Like, is that the best way to react to something? We've seen it, like we're living in the same times. Like, is violence the answer to violence? Like, that's what that shows. Like, it's
Yeah.
it's the way you do it. Like you say, at the end of the day, eventually at the climatic, we're clashing here, the two soldiers come up with the compromise. And I mean, I think that's where you kind of want to get towards, not just like go, go, kill, violence, violence. So I love that scene. It's hard to watch, but I like that because it just elevates the movie and make it, something more than just splatter, gore, and, like war. Yeah. It actually makes it something else. But on that note, Mark, do you want to hear my action horror squad I am sending in to fight zombie Nazis? Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, wait,
Do you want to hear
you
it?
pick characters to go fight.
So no, we're doing our draft later,
Oh
but I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, I'm surprising you. I'm
Yeah,
surprising
yeah,
you with
please,
my
please. This is
hear it,
great.
my action horror squad. Okay, so I'm sending in Marla from 30 Days of Night. He's going in.
Oh.
I'm sending in the Highland Wolves from Dog Soldiers. I'm sending
Whoa.
them in.
To fight
Then
on our side?
to fight zombie Nazis. Yes,
Whoa.
zombie monster
Wait.
Nazis.
So like the yuppie European vampires from 30 Days a Night
Yes.
versus zombie
No, no,
Nazis?
just Marla, just
Just
Marla, just
he's
Marla,
the best.
just Marla. Marla,
Oh,
the
yeah.
Highland Wolves. Nadia from Pandorum, because I was like, I need a kick-ass girl right in there, and if she can survive Pandorum, then she can like do it.
Hey, two words,
Blade.
Zanandi. What two words do you say when you talk about her?
Oh my gosh. Space karate.
Yeah.
Space karate.
I
Yes.
knew you would get that.
My fourth one is Blade, obviously. And the last one you're gonna love is Gabrielle from Malignant. And that is my
Oh,
squad that I'm sending in to mess up the zombie monster Nazis.
that's incredible.
Do
Okay,
you like it?
can I do one?
Do
All right,
it.
so action horror. All right, so I'm gonna send in Alice from Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich.
Nice.
I'm gonna send in the zombies from Train to Busan, like, which that would just destroy the world.
Ooh. Right?
I'm gonna send
Actually,
in
that'll be
Paul
chaotic.
Paul Bettany from Legion. We'll
Cool.
send him in there.
Yes.
Treat Williams and his jet ski from Deep Rising.
I almost picked him. It was very
Oh,
close.
and Chloe Grace Moritz from Shadow in the Cloud, so she can front kick him.
Nice. Nice.
Oh,
We've got our squads.
the other day someone shared, like, they're like, this happened in Shadow in the Cloud, and it's a scene where she falls out of the plane and then it gets shot back into the plane. And I don't know if they were saying it was terrible or great. But I'm like, that's a beautiful moment. Come on now.
I really enjoyed that movie. That
Yeah.
was some crazy fun up in the air.
Like, she's stuck in that cockpit for a while, making all these speeches, and then she's front kicking gremlins. It's like, all right, I get
But
it.
talking about the air stuff, I mean, again, that paratrooper scene from Overlord, and it's so cool how they did it, like with the like plane structure that they built on the gimbal that could like turn 45 degrees. So like, yeah, Jovan was like holding on while they were just basically green screening, like stunt people, like, falling out, and Avery was like the stunt guys were on fire as well. So it was just this chaos thing that they shot for like something like a week and a half. And it
Yeah,
looks so great. It was so effective. There's actually, you can go and watch the behind the scenes of that on YouTube where they show how they shot that. If anyone wants to go check it out, it's really so cool because in the end it looks so great. That is it's one of my favorite opening action sequences ever. It's
that's
so
how you
good.
stretch a budget. Like, they did it so well, and they did it on the gimbal, and
Yeah.
they had actual stunts. And then, like, what's interesting? not all of the budget went to one thing in particular. Sometimes you see a movie where all the budget goes to the special effects, all the
Yeah.
budget goes to this scene. They did a really good job. And like, the middle scene where they're in the house, it's good. They kept it cheap, they kept it small, but also during that scene, a lot of stuff develops. They have that discussion about torture. The guy we actually see what the serum does. We see how long it takes for someone to die. It helps propel the story when it gets quiet, and then it builds, and it's just good. And also too, like, the lady who did the costume design on this did Inglorious Bastards, Schindler's List, Captain America: First Avenger, Maleficent. Like, it just every
Eurovision
single
Song Contest, Spider-Man, like
right.
The Pianist. I also wrote it down because I was
Like,
like, whoa, yeah, Anna Shepherd, she's done a lot of cool stuff. And I mean, the costumes were just great. And
yeah.
the actors were also like, it was so effective and helped them and just made it all feel so authentic, especially when you're working with green screen. I think that becomes very important for an actor because it really is that thing of, a drag queen will always tell you like it's putting on those heels, then you're in it. And that is the same with any actor. It's like the moment you're in that costume, it can either restrict you and make you feel so uncomfortable, like we've heard many green screen actors say, especially those that have had to wear tight, restrictive, like kind of stuff. But yeah, it can also absolutely put you in there. And yeah, I mean, great costume design, fantastic. And also the cinematographers. I mean, I also wrote that down, like Laurie Rose, who did Kill List and Freaky. The two
Oh,
cinematographers, Laurie Rose and Fabian Wagner, who was the director of photography on Game of Thrones and The Crown. So it's like, people also like they've done cool stuff. They've been around. They know what they're doing. Like, I dig that. Like, we've got some Game of Thrones overlap here. What's his name was also in Game
Grey
of
Worm,
Thrones.
right? Grey Worm.
Yes, Grey Worm. Yeah, he played Grey Worm.
When he
But
started talking
like,
about becoming
boys,
a
like,
writer, I'm like, he's blowing up, literally. And
yeah,
Joe
yeah.
Allen. Oh no, wait, no, the kid from Stranger Things is in there for just a little bit. Uh,
Yes, Quinn, Joseph
yeah, Joseph
Quinn.
Quinn. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in
he's in the
there.
plane, but he doesn't make it.
No,
Yeah, it's yeah,
it's kind of funny when you're
very
watching.
quick.
I'm like, is that him? I was like, is he a main
Exactly.
character in this movie? And now it blows up. Yeah,
No,
they
no.
brought in talent for this. The actors are good. The actors are inspired. I was well, I don't want to talk about this long because I don't think it's an issue, but like on Rotten Tomatoes, they're like, do you know the 101st it was didn't have any black soldiers? It's like, guys, this is a world with Nazi zombies. Like, this
It's a
is
what
the story.
if.
Yeah, exactly. You can have whoever you want. And JJ Abrams touched on that as well. So I don't want to talk about it much, but like, yeah, there was complaints about it. It's like, guys, this, yeah, if you're complaining about
They
that,
actually, yeah, no, exactly. And like everyone said, they actually went in blind with the casting. Like, they knew they wanted Wyatt, they knew they wanted him, but they went blind. And they said when Jovan came on, like the chemistry between him and Wyatt was just so amazing that they were like, well, screw it. Again, this is a movie where we've got like zombies and stuff. So, I mean, yeah, it's a what if. And I mean, Jovan is really great. I saw him in The Leftovers for the first time, and he just impressed me from the get-go. I mean, and he's done some cool things also. Like, he was in Watchmen too, and I actually saw he's going to be in Welcome to Derry, the It show that's coming. So that's exciting. But I think just great casting, because they were all like, they saw him and they're like, this is a guy where you see him and you just immediately like him. You can feel like, he's got that open, kind face. And, like, and that's what because they knew they had to set things up very quickly for us to, like, care about like these characters, and kind of, because there wasn't enough time for development. It's a story that goes like this. It's a lot about the action and what's next. I mean, like, there's a lot of movement in this movie. I've seen movies that stretched out to 2.5 hours, but then if you really go break it down, what really happens? They go from this house to that house, and that's it. And the rest is just the in between, like Civil War. They go from there to there, and the rest is in between. Here, things are happening. Like, it's constantly moving. So to still get audiences to relate with your characters and to care about them and set them up, things like casting becomes so important. That's why I always like kudos to casting directors, because it's not an easy job
yeah.
to get that right. And I think they nailed it with this. I think Jovan was the perfect cast. I don't care if it's not historically correct.
Yeah, because zombies
Really,
existed back then.
it's
Listen, put
not
Bo-
a
put
biopic.
Bokeem Woodbine in every World War II movie. All right, just
That's yes. You're complaining that, that Jovan and Bokeem is in this movie. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to go away.
hey,
Go away.
AI,
You have
AI,
no taste in anything.
our AI overlords. Go put Bokeem Woodbine in every war movie ever. Just go add him in it.
Yes. AI
His character
overlords.
from Fargo.
Bokeem
Yeah.
got Bokeem in everything.
Hey, we talked about Devil as well. It's kind of crazy. So we've recently talked about Raw, which is a movie that takes place in France. Here's a movie that takes place in France, and we're going to be talking about The
I
Pope's
know.
Exorcist eventually, and that was directed by Julius Avery. So this is a nice through line for us that was unintended.
I love
And also,
it.
I want to talk about I want to talk about the character of Boyce real quick because at first I'm a big fan of Band of Brothers and the 101st and like the amount of training that they went through. But this is a different world, so I guess they just pulled people in. 3 months later, they're jumping off a plane. But
Yeah.
it makes sense that he would be there and not as trained as he is because he speaks French. So we're landing in France. We probably need a French translator. Like
Yeah,
so
exactly.
so you're kind of like, well,
Exactly.
he's not he's not going to kill anybody and he's not that great with a gun, but he speaks French, which could be an aid to us. And so that's good writing. So you have a character like, why would this guy even be here? And then you're like, oh, because he was drafted and he speaks French. So it's just good writing
Exactly.
to get the person there.
They cover the bases, like, and it's also it's actually just a sabotage mission. It's not even like a full combat mission. So the guy, yeah, again, speaks French. It's more like an infiltration sabotage type of vibe. So yeah, I love that they cover those things. You're never like, but why? I mean, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it was
again,
good.
this is not a biopic, you guys.
And also, like Sergeant Renson, when he dies, Boyce is going to make
Oh,
a move on those guys. But I think in that instance, he is made passive. He wants to be active, but Ford saved his life. Ford saved all of their lives in that situation because he had a rifle and there were
100%.
10 SS officers who looked like just grown warriors who probably had good aim and were very close and you probably couldn't have taken them all out anyway. So it would have led, three
No.
people would have died. So
Exactly. Yeah,
it's,
no, and I mean that's also again boys like wanting to do the right thing, but then dude, that's not really the right thing. You're just both gonna get killed. Great. Now we're down 2 more men to complete this mission after so many men already saw their asses like
it's getting
whilst
blown
trying to
up.
jump out of planes getting blown up.
Ah,
I love the guy who gets his head blown up. One of the like officers with the what do you call the grenade in his mouth?
oh
I
yeah, the
love
great.
that scene.
Yeah,
It's a fun scene.
and they're so dumb too because he's like, no, 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 and they're like, be
Yeah,
quiet, be
like
quiet. Yeah.
eh.
And his hands are tied to the motorcycle and they're too busy just chastising him. It's like, you guys probably should have blown up. That's why they're the
you
gate
know.
guards. That's why they're not, they're not on the front lines. Like, hey, you guys guard this place, and we're gonna put about 70 of you in front of it because we don't trust any of you. And one of you might get lucky. So
But
it's
the thing is, we're also talking about it was like D-Day. So like, I think that's also the thing is with, people get arrogant the longer they are in power, when like
mhm.
there's not really any resistance and stuff. And so I think there's, that arrogance also comes into play. It's like, no, why are you here wasting our time? Or like why you say they weren't in a hurry, even though the invasion was coming. So like, they don't even know we're here. Nothing.
Yeah.
There's that arrogance, like people like that. We see it every day. Those people on power, so arrogant. Like they
And
just
pardon the
think they're
pun,
untouchable.
but they blitzed everybody so far.
Right,
And
right.
I don't think they had made their move to Russia yet, which wasn't good. But maybe did they had they begun their attack? Had they divided their forces yet in Russia? I gotta look that up.
Actually,
But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm not sure.
at least people on the eastern front, or wait, no, western front, were a little bit more confident. Like, hey, we steamrolled through Paris. We're in France. These are
Mm.
just yeah. So you're right. They do have that confidence. And another thing I liked is when I really liked when Rosenfield and Tibbet are providing cover fire for everybody. Like they're good at what they do, and they're not
Yeah,
terrible with guns, and they're not missing and only hitting at the most important moments. Like it's nice watching that. Like they're headshotting people left and right, and they're just good at what they do. And I found that to be refreshing. Like I like that Tibbet, he talks a lot of smack, but he can shoot some people. And when it came down to it, Rosenfield didn't just fold. He was just lighting people up as well. Like he had a gun meant for two people and he was still hitting them. And I know I'm talking about
Yeah.
like violence here, but it's kind of nice because sometimes you get characters in these movies that are like, whoa, I can't do it or I'm too scared. This movie didn't have time for that. This movie didn't have time for characters to do that. Like there was no time for Jeremy Davies to pull a Saving Private Ryan in this movie. It was just action. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. I love the little details. I'm also thinking of like, when they get to the French village with Chloe and like there's that woman that rats on Chloe because she's out past her curfew, the French woman who's like calling the
snitch.
guards, hey, this woman, that French bitch. But I mean, that's what you get in war. The people who just, yeah, okay, surrender and become again just as bad as the people doing all of this in the first place. That little detail, like showing, yeah, the different reactions of people when it comes to these things. I like that. But also, yeah, snitch. Snitches get stitches.
Get experimented on. So that'd be funny if you snitch on
Shoot
somebody, but then they're like, "You're a snitch. We're gonna experiment on you," and they're like, "No." And then someone doesn't snitch. Oh, you're not gonna snitch? Okay, we're gonna experiment on you.
on
And
you.
everyone in the village is like, "What do we do?"
Oh my gosh, we laugh, but I mean, yeah, that's very much what happened. Oh my gosh. But yeah, also some of the experiments
Yeah,
that
the head.
women, s'il vous plaît, with the
Ugh.
head. Oh wow. Wow,
Voice
wow, wow.
is gonna be waking up screaming for the next 50 years of his
Yeah,
life,
I mean, good luck with that, PTSD, my friend. That's
and you
that's
can't
some
talk
rough
about it.
stuff.
Yeah, so you
No,
can't.
otherwise they're gonna go dig it up and find
Yeah,
the serum that makes people super soldiers. Like,
and they would too. And most people who came back with PTSD didn't even talk about it. They were just wimps if they did. They processed in many different ways, like started biker gangs or regressed or became alcoholic. So imagine to have the entire
exactly.
war and zombies.
And only you know about it.
Yeah,
And like three other people.
man, you're gonna be best friends if you make it through. They still got a lot of fighting. It's a very bittersweet ending. They're like, we're gonna go on. It's like, oof.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It kind of, I mean, like a lot of people's like, yeah, the movie's very bleak. I'm like, well, yeah, it's World War II. It's bleak.
Zone of interest,
But
man. It's
it's
just so bleak.
so bleak. But yeah, it's fun. I also like Pillow, like how he also goes from, very kind of stately SS officer to when he becomes like the zombie monster thing, like his whole body changes. And he actually said because they were filming in London, the movie was filmed in London, he got to work with Andy Serkis. He actually helped him with the physicality of,
Oh,
playing a character like that. And I think that's so cool. Like Andy Serkis also had a little part in Overlord. Like that's a nice little tidbit. But yeah, I think so much fun to play those type of characters. Those, very like aggressive. You can just go for it. Like I'm all raw and evil. You can also see Wyatt when he turns. Like it's just he looks like a dog with rabies, just salivating. So good, so effective, so effective.
and he's just a great one-dimensional bad guy because he relishes it. Like he's like, yes, I am one-dimensional and I'm gonna have a great time being one-dimensional.
Yeah,
And it made
I'm
me
I'm
very
I'm here
happy.
for it.
Yeah.
This is my dream. It's my
And
dream.
and it's yeah, no, I'm just this is a movie too, I think that only gets made because of JJ Abrams producing it. Like this is not something I think that gets produced by Hank and Debbie. You know what I mean? Like this needed JJ Abrams to get the green light, you think? Like this, he got the 38 million for this and he got it in theaters.
I mean, people were speculating that this is the
Ugh,
fourth installment of the Cloverfield
I think that
franchise.
hurt it,
But I
right?
mean, yeah, but because that's what he does, sci-fi action horror stuff. So, like, well, I mean, yes, but also, well, I don't know. Maybe. Because I mean, word came out that it obviously isn't, and people who watched it obviously liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got good scores. I don't know. But yeah, maybe people are still not buying it. Who
I'm
knows?
glad there
I
wasn't a
can't
mystery box in this movie.
speak
This movie's
for
so
others.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Sorry to
It's
interrupt you
so
there.
good.
I had a joke in my head, and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna say it. The guy who wrote this, Billy Ray, he also directed Shattered Glass and Breach, and wrote them. Like two movies I really admire. So
Mm.
it's a good. I know it changed a lot, but yeah, I don't know. This is you know what's interesting? This isn't like the Netflix version of this movie.
No,
This is a real
this is not a
theatrical
Netflix movie.
release.
Yes,
And it
yes.
and I just wish we had more, but then it only makes 41 million worldwide. It's kind of a bummer when you have a new idea, a new story, and it doesn't hit because I feel like Hollywood keeps trying that, and then occasionally they work, but most of the times they don't. And yeah, I just wish we had more. Like, it's like, hey,
Yeah, I mean,
this movie costs.
R-rated
That's
action is
true.
always
With
tricky.
zombies,
We know, like, exactly, we know, like, that's a different market. Because, yeah, I mean, this falls, so sci-fi action, it's supernatural horror, so it's a genre that's not really known to, like, blow up the box office, like, I guess.
so it's kind of a miracle it got made because if you and I produce this, right? Let's say we're the heads of the studio that makes this. There's no way we're hoping for what like 75 worldwide would have been big for us, I think, if we're putting this
Yeah,
movie out.
yeah.
So it's 38 million. We probably don't want to spend that much on print because we don't want to dump 60 million in advertising because it's not going to make all that money back.
No.
So it's like, hey, it's 38 million. We'll give you like 15 for print and advertising. We'll get it distributed and then hopefully it'll do. But like 2018, yeah. And then I think by the time it hit video, 2019 was so gigantic. There was like 9 movies that made $1 billion in 2019, the year probably when it came out on video. And then the pandemic hit.
Mm,
And I think it just kind of got lost in the shuffle. And that's why we're gonna single-handedly bring it back, or double-handedly, because it's me and you.
that's right. That's
Bring it
right.
back.
Bringing it back. It's happening.
Just like Fear and Wild Things and Lisa Frankenstein. Let's
Re-release Overlord on the big screen. Oh my gosh, I would love to go and watch that on the big screen again, honestly. Just for even if it's just for the opening scene. But I mean, I would watch the whole thing. But on it, like, yeah, re-release that because I hear they're just putting everything out now again. Old stuff. Yes, Overlord. JJ, get on it.
get on it, JJ. Overlord 2. Bring everyone back.
AI Overlord, tell JJ to get on it.
Wait, they should make AI Overlord now. Where
Eh.
no, that's Terminator.
No,
Actually,
I mean, I
Billy.
feel like that's doing COVID movies in COVID. Like, ugh. I don't want to see AI movies right now.
Yeah.
And I don't want to. I'm vetoing that. Sorry. Sorry, Mark.
I want to put this out there too. You know, the same guy wrote Terminator Dark Fate, and a lot of people get thrown in that one too. So maybe Billy Ray just loves watching people get thrown long distances. What do you think?
Maybe. Yeah, I think you're onto something. I think this requires a data article.
I
I
have like 8 of them going.
oh, what's 9?
Yeah.
Honestly, at
Imagine if
this
I
point,
posted
Mark.
that. It would get negative. It would get like 8 upvote. It would have the most indifference ever. But you know what? That might be funny for my brand because it's like, Mark, this one got 8. I'm like, yeah, but I love it. Oh man.
Don't worry about the upvote. Never worry about the
Oh no, yeah,
likes.
you never do that because then it'll
Do what
fail.
you love to do.
You know, all my best posts have come across because I thought something was funny. Like that Sandler idea, I never thought would blow up, and it got 70,000 upvotes.
Exactly.
70,000, which is
This is a
crazy.
bizarre world we live in, I tell you.
Yeah, I was like, this is dumb, but it's funny, and like I was really interested in the outcome.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. So how about this? Before we get out of here, you want to do a horror action draft?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll give
let's
you
do
first
it.
pick.
So
Uh-oh.
many wonderful, lovely films. But since I recently watched it and I can't stop thinking about it because it's so good. And if I watched it last year, it would have topped my favorite horror movie of the year. And that's Godzilla -1. Oh my
Oh,
gosh. What an absolute,
so
just
good.
a joy. I was smiling so big when that opening scene, when they gave it to us immediately, when the sound kicked in, bum, 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 the original sound, like I was just so happy. Like it was so many, and then in between I was crying, and like it's an emotional roller coaster, and it was just so fabulous. I can't wait to watch it again. It's yeah. If you haven't seen it yet, go watch it. If you've seen it, watch it again. Like
Go
we
watch
need
Godzilla minus
Netflix.
color.
We need these guys to see that. Put it on your streamer. People will watch because I love it that it made #1 at both Netflix and iTunes like almost immediately. It's like yes, people. Why did it take you so long to pick up on this?
It's
Come
annoying.
on. an Oscar-winning film that we get to see, like 8 months later, 6 months later, 8 months later.
You know what's annoying is a lot of people are like, this movie showed that Hollywood sucks. I'm like, no, it just shows that when you have a director who also thinks about story and is good with VFX and has a very loyal crew, and they get very creative with their budget and they think you can make a good movie. That's not Hollywood sucks. It's yeah, I don't know. Sorry. I just think the director is so good at what he does and he was so smart how he made it. But I don't, it's so different than like a $200 million blockbuster that comes out that needs to appeal to everyone in the world. Like they thought this was just going to be watched in Japan. So they made like the best Godzilla movie they could. So it's, I don't know.
Which is exactly why it's arguably the best Godzilla movie ever made, because they understood what it was. Like, I think that's the thing. And they managed to still give callbacks to other, to like the franchise in general, but not in that obvious way, not in that wink wink way, which happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And they realized the original Godzilla meant something. It was a take on the atomic age, and like this one was too. So it's refreshing.
I mean, yeah, I just feel they make the best Godzilla movies and should continue making the best Godzilla movies. Thank you. I love it. Please just also distribute it, people. Buy the stuff and show it to us.
I got the Waxworks vinyl. I'm gonna get all the Blu-rays, so they'll probably sell Godzilla minus color individually, but I'll just buy that anyway because I love it. Nice. I made my wife a Godzilla. I made Megan that Godzilla -1 cake.
The cake that was so beautiful.
It was one of the most stressful things ever, Zanandi. I was like,
really?
I had my tongue out of my mouth, just like really focusing. Like I bought sprinkles and I crunched up crumbs to make a wake from the boat.
You did good, Mark. You did good.
I was sweating.
That was a good cake. Okay, that was a good cake.
So you picked a gorgeous movie that like made bank worldwide and won an Oscar. I'm gonna pick a gnarly little bugger that has a huge cult audience, and that's Mandy, because
I knew you were gonna pick that. Listen, I knew it was literally gonna be your first pick.
One of my all-time favorite theater experiences. Did I tell you how I saw Mandy?
No.
So I was sitting there one day. You did. I was just sitting there one day and I was like, oh, what movies are on tonight? Because Megan, I think Megan was out of town or Megan had a meeting. So I just had the night free. And pre-pandemic, pre-Mallory. And I was like, oh, what should I get up to? And then I looked and as Mandy's playing one night only. And I just randomly looked and went and saw it in the theater. There's probably 30 people in there. We just had the time of our lives. Like he's just ripping coke and battling Cenobites and chainsaw fights. And it's absurd beauty. And so I had to pick it.
Nice. Yeah, I know I think you're the biggest Mandy fan that I know.
I just like art. I like art, and I feel that movie's art, and I don't think it's pretentious. I think it's a sensory blasting film, but I think it was greatly aided by the fact that I got to see it in a dark theater on a huge screen with big speakers.
Yeah, for real. True. I think that is probably the best way to watch it. It's like a really big screen to really get that, because it's beautiful to look at. I remember this is very easy on my eyes, really easy on the eye. Okay. Well, then I'm also going to go with a little underrated little gem. Well, not underrated, but that not a lot of people might have seen or even like, is Willy's Wonderland. Oh, and it's also Nick Cage. I love Willy's Wonderland. What a fun action horror. It's so fun and whack and silly and great and funny, and has a great bathroom fight scene.
Yes.
So many great fight scenes. I never get bored of watching that movie. It's always fun.
So good. I love that movie. Now I have a smile on my face. It makes me want to watch it again.
Yeah, exactly. We should.
Willy.
It's a fun one.
David Cross and I did an action heroes versus horror villains, and Willy made an appearance. Willy didn't last long, but Willy was still in our tournament. We had to add
He was still there. Yeah. Nice.
So, this is probably going to lose it for me, but Army of the Dead by Zack Snyder, I'm going to pick because it's a movie that's been on my brain for since I watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. The idea of like a king and queen zombie and like they're like, so Vegas is blocked off. It's completely blocked off, but a group of people have to go in for a bank heist. Like that's such a cool high concept idea. And I think it is really weighed down. But at the time, Zack Snyder was going through the tragedy of his daughter. his daughter committed suicide. And I could see in this film that he was really trying to process his father-daughter relationship. And I think it probably works against the detriment of the overall flow of the film, but I can still see him working things out in it. And just watching Batista blow people up, the safe crackers, the weird like zombies that surround it. It's an odd fusion of Snyderisms. And I like when he works with zombies. And it's just so I'm talking about with Norbert soon, and it's just been like, I don't know, it's been on my mind since it came out. So I had to pick it. I'm gonna pick it second.
Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna pick actually Train to Busan because I mean, yeah. I mean, what can we say? That's how you do a zombie movie.
Yeah.
Holy
With
moly.
like fist fights. Like you're just getting a fist fight in a train car with zombies. And what Ma Dong Sang-hwa in that movie. He's in the have you watched the Roundup franchise? There's 4 of them. They're incredible.
No, I haven't yet.
It's just him beating people up, and he beats up zombies in this.
I mean, I can watch it all day. It's fun. Just beating up zombies.
And that escalator scene is an all-timer. Imagine going down an escalator and then fast zombies start chasing you, and you have people behind you. You're done.
And I mean, yeah, they really made it look like, obviously there were like a lot of extras and stuff, but they made it even look like more. It was just like hordes of zombies. So good. Just, yeah. And fast zombies and vicious zombies. We like fast zombies. We like that.
Yes. Why not? They're great. They're zombies.
Exactly.
Like Romero, everyone's like, zombies aren't fast. It's like, yeah, but Romero had no money when he made Night of the Living Dead. And he just had his friends and and a few extras play the zombies. He's not going to have them sprinting everywhere. He actually had his running zombie in Dawn of the... Night of the Living Dead, the first zombie we meet runs and uses a block to break a window. But then people are like, there's no such thing as running zombies. I'm like, there's running zombies in Night of the Living Dead. Watch a movie. All right.
Sorry. Watch a movie.
Think for yourself. But yeah, so I'm going to take Army of Darkness for my third pick because I remember watching this on a doubleheader between this and So I Married an Axe Murderer. It was one of the greatest doubleheaders of my life. And just watching idiot Bruce Campbell battle Deadites is incredible. So I'm going to take Army of Darkness for my third pick.
Yeah, no, that's a good one. Let's go with, oh yes. I mean, I always need to find this movie that bombed with every critic ever, but I love it. And I think it's even better than the first one. And that is Meg 2 The Trench. Yes, please. So much fun. All the fun. Great action scenes. I wasn't bored for a second, which apparently makes me one of...
How do you watch this movie?
0.01% of the population that saw it. Everyone was apparently so bored. What? I love Meg 2. I really, like I said, I like it more than the first one. Because it gave me more. Yes, that's what I want in these whack monster, like ancient monster movie stuff. So fun.
It's always funny when there's a movie about ancient sharks murdering people, and people are like, there's a scene where Jason Statham holds his breath in the Mariana Trench. It's like...
it's again like black people weren't allowed in the army during World War II. Okay, yes, but this movie also has zombies, so let's not get all hung up on accuracy, please.
Yeah.
Let's not. Please, let's not.
Let's not.
Please understand genre.
Yeah, come on, y'all. It's just, come on. Okay, I'm gonna take The Crazies because I want to watch that again. The Timmy Ollie one. Like Megan and I covered that on MFF, and I think it's gorgeous. And it has Timmy Ollie and oh man, what's her name? But she's from Pitch Black. I really like her.
So fun.
And it looks great, and there's good action, and it's tense, and it's Timmy Ollie, and he's great. And the director's commentary on it is wonderful. It's one of the best director's commentaries I've ever listened to. So I'm going to take The Crazies. And so it's a remake done right.
Absolutely. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like I said, I actually want to watch it again. That was a fun movie. I thought they did really well. And I think most people agree with that as far as remakes go. It's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
Like I know people were pretty happy with it because what's not to like? And also the movie kind of flew by, it was a very breezy watch. Like, yeah, I dig it.
I like when people
Good
appreciate it.
choice.
Like I was worried, but then we have no one to argue to about this movie because like no, it was good, Mark.
No,
Like you don't, Mark, you don't have to argue with me.
exactly.
Like it made decent money. People liked it. It's cool, Mark. You don't have to start yelling at people.
Yeah.
It's like, but I want to. It's like it's unnecessary.
What do you mean we can't argue with you about? What do you mean you just like it? Oh my God.
No, you don't like it and you don't appreciate it enough. No, I think it's pretty good. I own it. Like I've been promoting it for a long time.
I love it. No, I'm happy with
That's the
that.
worst when you like people just like it and you can't argue. Like yeah, all right.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
When people are so agreeable. So
Yes. Yeah, I like
agreeable,
it, Mark.
Mark.
Ah!
Oh my word.
There's billions of people on this planet, Mark. Like everyone has a different idea. It's cool. Shut up.
Well, I'm gonna pick Overlord for my last one. I'm just gonna make it easy on myself and go for Overlord. Because yeah, I do. It is one of my favorite action horror movies. I mean, I love Jason X. I love Blood Red Sky. I love Underworld, Deep Rising, Shadow in the Cloud, Crawl. So many good ones. But let's do Overlord since we are talking about it.
I'm gonna
Put
take
that
Prey.
on the list. Cool.
Prey.
You always take Prey.
Because I like it.
I know, but I mean, like,
All
I
right.
mean,
Do it.
I
What?
always take Underwater.
Yeah, that's true. You know what's funny? I wrote Underwater when you're like, no one likes it. I just wrote it because I figured you'd pick it. And then you said Meg too. Okay, so I'll mix it up. I'll take Dog Soldiers. Do I always take Dog Soldiers?
No, you can
Okay,
take Dog
I'll
Soldiers.
take Dog Soldiers.
You gotta mix it up. Like, I think, we're getting too predictable for people. Like, they're like, oh yeah, no. Like,
Yeah, Mark
this
Mandy
is
Hoffmeyer.
classic. This classic Mark. This is classic Zanandi. This is what they always go for.
Yeah, we
Although
mixed it up.
Our lists are still, but yes, yeah, a little bit.
We should
Like,
do
you
the
need
same
to.
list every time and see if people pick up on it.
Like, haven't I voted on this already? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. No.
Go back to sleep.
No.
No.
What?
What?
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
But
All
I
right.
mean,